Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Just a Fan. It's your host Ben. Just going through a very, very brief recap of the NFL from week 6. I have not been able to do a lot of these just because I've been so busy with work and other videos. The MLB playoffs are going on right now. So I didn't want to make a long video here, but just wanted to really kind of go over these games and then we can get the hell out of here. It's for the both of us. Just giving my takes on each game. Niners Seahawks, I didn't see much of this game, but from what I saw from the highlights, the Niners just kind of really got on them early for Seattle to pass the ball. Seattle has not been able to run much recently, and even when Seattle came back into the game, the Niners really just, again, continued to score. 36 points, impressive. The Niners haven't been looking that good, and they bounced back in a huge divisional game in Seattle. Big game for the Niners, huge for them. Now we head over to North London. Over to Tottenham. Shit. Only a few people will get that joke. The Bears I can't say the Bears hosted the Jags, but it felt like a Bears home game. Bears beat the Jags 35-16. This was, in my opinion, the Caleb Williams coming out party. You could say maybe that was against Carolina, but I mean, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. One hell of a day for Williams. He just looked all in command in that game. Just loving what I'm seeing from Williams. Not sure why people were doubting this kid going in. I don't know if you just haven't paid attention to college football the last couple of years, but you've obviously not been able to evaluate talent, in my opinion. I'm not saying I'm the best either, but it's early. But if you thought this kid was going to be a bust, I really have to question what the hell you were watching. All right. Also, Doug Peterson, if you don't win this week against New England in London, yeah, your ass is staying in the UK. All right, Bucs Saints. This was a very weird game. The Bucs were up. The Bucs were up big, and then the Saints battled back. Baker throws 3 picks in the second quarter, and the Bucs still win the game 51-27. I do gotta say that Bucs offense is very prolific, but the one thing that really caught my eye from the entire game in itself was that Spencer Rattler in his first NFL game looked pretty good. So I do got to give him credit for that. I didn't expect him to look that competent. He actually was slinging the ball a little bit more than I was expecting out of his first start. So good for him. Good for the Saints, I guess. I mean, they got their ass kicked, but still, you at least have a backup quarterback. But huge win for the Bucs. Here we have the DMV Bowl. That's what I'm calling it, at least. The Commanders went into Baltimore. Ravens won 30-23. It was a very competitive game. Again, Daniels shined, but it just wasn't enough. Overall, you can't really be mad if you're a Commanders fan. It's very hard to win in Baltimore. In Baltimore, I mean, they are getting on track. They are now 4-2. Both these teams 4-2. But Baltimore, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was down on Baltimore this year just because of them losing a lot of O linemen, but they're proving me wrong. Henry looks like it's clicking there. They're doing good things. Big win for Baltimore. And again, nothing to feel really too bad about if you are a Commanders fan. All right, Cardinals Packers. Packers ended up kicking their ass in Lambeau 34-13 in a nice little rainy game. Again, there just wasn't much there with the Cardinals offense, specifically with Marvin Harrison Jr. getting concussed. It just kind of killed it after that. Packers, though, I do got to say, I thought it was their best performance of the overall week, one of the best performances of the week, but one of their best performances of the year. For me personally, it was just, I thought Love looked pretty in control. Romeo Doubs showed a little bit with 2 touchdowns. So very, very, very big win for the Packers. And again, they're kind of getting back on track. And this division looks really good. Chicago is moving. Green Bay is moving. Detroit and Minnesota are moving. Obviously, I will get into those. So keep an eye out for that NFC North because it is just, I don't know what's going to happen. We got to take a look at it. This game kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Colts Titans 20-17. Indy goes into Tennessee and gets a win. Again, Joe Flacco just slinging the ball around, doing what he does best. He's like 40-something. He's still killing it. Throwing to Dobbs, airing it out a little bit here and there. Not saying it was the prettiest win, but it was still a big win for them. Didn't love what I saw from Levis and the Titans. That team is just dead. It's just full rebuild. Go get another quarterback next year, and we can move on. Texans go into New England. They win the game 41-21. They obviously controlled the game, but the biggest story of this game for me, and as everyone else with the national media, is Drake May. He showed exactly what we were expecting to see out of him. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a little down on May going into the draft. And him getting picked to New England, I honestly didn't think he was going to start this year, just the way that New England's been handling the season and just was talking all year. But no, they put him in, and I can't hate on it. Yes, he turned the ball over. But it was a big win, not big win, but a big performance from him. He had a couple nice throws. I really love that throw he had on his first touchdown pass. I mean, he put it right in the bucket. Bam, scored. That's what you like to see. Beautiful ball. If May can build on this and New England can get some weapons as free agency and in the draft, they might be cooking. But we still have to see if Gerard Mayo is a good coach. And a big win for the Texans. On to the next. Eagles-Browns. Going to keep this short and sweet because I already made a whole video on this. Ugly win for the Eagles. Coaching continues to hurt them. The Cleveland Browns continue to look terrible on offense. It's pretty much the same stuff of both these teams. And Nick Sirianni is a clown. All right, on to the next game. Chargers-Broncos. The Chargers were, I think, up 20, the Chargers won this game 23-16 in Denver. I was leaning Broncos, but that was not the case. Chargers were up 20-0 in this game to start, if I remember correctly, which really shocked me. But Denver slowly bounced back. It's like Bo Nix can't play the quarterback until the fourth quarter. It's very weird, very interesting to look at. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but the Chargers got the win. Harbaugh went to the medical tent, but hopefully, from what I hear, he was fine. So I'm just happy for him, just for safety reasons, and a big win for the Chargers. On to the next game. Steelers go into Vegas. It was pretty much a home game, like any other game in Vegas. Steelers win the game 32-13. They kick that Raider ass. The Raiders, to me, are a dead team. Again, they are already in the blow it up, rebuild, just nuke the damn team, go get a young quarterback and rebuild. It's time. I don't know why they've been trying to do all this stuff. I don't even know why they still have Max Crosby on the team. That's just me. Big win for the Steelers. Let's see. Next, Falcons Panthers. Again, not really much else to say about this game. It was tighter than it looked, but again, the Falcons get the win. They pulled out at the end of the game 38-20. Atlanta has been moving since that Chiefs loss. They are now let's check. They are now 4-2. So at one point, obviously 1-2 in the season, but they have been on a little bit of a heater. So good for Atlanta. On to the next game. Ooh, did I love this game. Lions go into Dallas and fucking kick that ass. They win the game 47-9. Huge game for that Lions offense. And obviously just not a great game for Dallas. This Dallas team is not good. We've known this, I guess. But it really is just showing this year that they just don't have a ton of talent like the last couple years. And Detroit, like I said, with the NFC North, is just showing you that they are one of the best teams. I would argue they're the best team in the NFC. But I don't know who's going to win that division. It's just so open right now with a bunch of good teams. But credit to Detroit, and thank you for kicking the Cowboys' ass. Sunday night, Bengals go into New York to play the Giants. The game was tighter than expected. Burrow took some hits, but he also had that really nice touchdown run. Giants look like the Giants. But the Bengals, instead of killing clock, Chase Brown runs into the end zone. It hurt a lot of Giants people that bet on the cover, but who cares about that in the long term? Bengals get a win. They needed that win. Giants have a must-win game this weekend against my Philadelphia Eagles. And of course, last night's game, Bills-Jets. The Bills get the win 23-20. Such a weird game. I think it was 22 flags in total. Obviously not a great viewing product in my opinion. Allen did his thing. In my opinion, Jets defense took a step back. Not loving what I'm seeing from their offensive line either. I thought Rodgers made some good throws, but again, it's just like, I don't know, it just looks off there. Again, that pick at the end, Mike Williams slips. Like, what the fuck is going on? His Hail Mary, though, I will say is phenomenal. And the Jets need to get a new kicker because this guy has now cost them 2 games. And imagine if he made that kick against Denver and he made the kicks yesterday, the Jets would be 4-2. So a lot to look at there, but overall, that's what we had this week for the NFL. Just wanted to get this out because I've been trying to do these NFL recaps, and I've either been too damn lazy or there's just been too much going on. So wanted to get this out there. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. Drop your comments down below on any of the NFL games. I will be there to respond. And if you like my content or sports content in general, feel free to subscribe. I will be continuing to make these type of videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.